Thank you, Bob Cole Conservatory Choir. Hello, my name is Dr. Carmen Taylor. I am the Vice President for Student Affairs at California State University, Long Beach, and I will be presiding over this vigil this afternoon as we remember our fallen student, Nohemi Gonzalez. Cal State Long Beach may be a large urban university located in a big city, but when we lose a member of our campus community, it affects us all. It diminishes the whole, and we are less because of this loss. So today, sadly, we are gathered here as a community, as a family, to mourn the loss of one of our own, Nohemi Gonzalez. And this afternoon, you will hear from several people, including students and faculty members and family members who knew this young woman whose life has been tragically cut short. Let me begin by thanking those of you who have joined us here this afternoon on this most solemn occasion. There are so many special guests here this afternoon. We appreciate you coming. The attacks in Paris 2 days ago only seemed to confirm what many of us already know, that we live in a very uncertain world. Even the most innocent among us are at risk when doing nothing more than living our daily lives. That's all Nohemi Gonzalez was doing when she found herself in the middle of some senseless act of violence that had nothing to do with her. Still, it was an act that claimed this life, the life of a beautiful, vibrant 23-year-old student here at our university. I'd like to have comments now from our seventh president of the university, Dr. Jane Close Connolly.
Thank you, Carmen. Let me thank all of you for being here. Obviously, we need a bigger ballroom. I'm just so sad that for the reason that you're here. Thank you also for all the special guests and elected officials, community members, members of our Cal State family who are here. I don't dare name because I fear I'll leave somebody out, but your presence is a wonderful comfort to all of us. And let me tell you and thank you for the outpouring of support we have received from friends, alums, sister campuses. I'll be introducing Chancellor Timothy White in a moment, international partners around the globe, colleagues from many, many other universities, and from some of our elected officials, including our governor, our mayor. Earlier today, I was contacted by Congressman Alan Lowenthal and also by Congresswoman Sanchez's office. Concrete evidence of just how this loss is being experienced by so many. Our Cal State Long Beach campus mourns today in solidarity with Nohemi Gonzalez's family and friends, and with all the families and friends of the victims of terror in Paris. We mourn with our fellow Americans and our French brothers and sisters. Taking the life of an innocent, as the Vice President mentioned, and for Nohemi, an innocent of such great promise, is an assault on our hearts, to be sure, but also on our world. While today's vigil is focused on Nohemi and her cherished family, friends, professors, we can't help but experience the anguish felt by all those people of goodwill around the globe who know the one profound message of every great religion is to love others as you want to be loved. Martin Luther King said, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that." To Nohemi's family, we want to be part of that light and love of friendship and caring in hopes of lifting the darkness that is most certainly weighing heavily on their hearts. Our beach community pledges as well to continue our efforts to be a light, illustrating diverse communities can live together, learning from one another, being curious about and respectful of differences, and building a world based on connections and celebrations of humanity's achievements. Cal State Long Beach is a very big university, but it has an even bigger heart and commitment and hope to be each beach student's second family. Nohemi's senseless murder is our worst nightmare. We plan and work for student safety every day. When we fail, we are devastated in ways that defy explanation. Some of the students on a recent trip of service learning developed t-shirts that highlighted their commitment to service by wearing a t-shirt that said, "Be the good." Nohemi is the good, the ideal we strive toward for our students. Successful, globally engaged, interpersonally gifted, and professionally promising. We miss her today, and we will miss her forever. Now I'd like to introduce the chancellor of our 23 campus system, serving well over 450,000 students, Chancellor Timothy White. Thank you.
Thank you, President Connolly. Good afternoon. I come to offer my heartfelt sympathies and to Naomi's family, to her friends, to the faculty, classmates. And I bring 3.5 million voices with me. 3.5 million voices of the California State University, our students, our staff, our faculty, and our alumni. And we offer support to the entire Cal State Long Beach community, the greater Long Beach community, and to all of those across the globe affected by this senseless murder. I have insufficient and inadequate words to describe the cacophony of feelings that are inside me, and I suspect inside you as well. The feelings that the emotions that we bear today. And this morning, a friend of mine and a friend of President Connolly's wrote a poem for Naomi. And I'm going to read that poem. Our friend is Juan Felipe Herrera. Juan Felipe was the California Poet Laureate and today is the first Latino United States Poet Laureate. Nohemi, a song for Paris. Mimi, can I call you that? This is a song for you. With candles we stand and we kneel. This is how it is now. We, well, all of us, we, send you these flowers across time, this time here which we cannot explain. All love goes to you and your friends the other night. So many with you, gone. We stand, we play Lennon's Piano Imagine. We say a world without violence. We want to imagine that in your name. Nohemi Gonzalez of El Monte, from Whittier, California, from Cal State Long Beach. Then, we run out of words. The words, so many words. Your cousin Jacqueline, your mother Beatrice, we know them now for you. We write them a poem too. I do not know how we will do that. We are doing that. That is all. Like the designs you made for a high-spirited world. You said you were high-spirited, self-driven, yes? Like the dreams you had, like the words first generation, the ones you used to describe your life. We continue with you somehow. It is not important to know how. It is important to continue. That is all. I must say it again. We are all writing a poem for you, for your mama, Beatrice Gonzalez, for your cousin, Jacqueline. She loved you. That love will make it all right. That love will make it all right. Yes? Here is your song, Mimi. We light Nohemi a candle. The candle waves across the stars. Close, they are so close because Nohemi and Paris are in our hearts. The words of Juan Felipe Herrera, United States Poet Laureate, written this morning.
And following him will be Chair and Professor of Design Department, Dr. Martin Herman.
Dear Mrs. President, dear Mr. Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, I would love to tell you that I'm happy to be with you today, but given the circumstances, I can't. I'm sad. As you know, this is a very difficult and tragic time for us too, for us all, following the terrorist attacks that just happened in Paris. The President of the Republic announced a national mourning of 3 days in memory of the victims of this tragedy. We are extremely grateful for the support of the United States that has been expressed by President Obama, but also by all the American people who have, as usual, shown an incredible amount of sympathy for France in the wake of those events. And it's very important for me to be with you today to express my respect in memory of Nohemi Gonzalez, an innocent victim of the abject Paris attacks, and to present to her family, her friends, her professors, all my condolences in my name and in the name of the French people. Thank you very much.
To Nohemi's parents and family, Beatrice and Jose Gonzalez, her brothers Ronaldo and Paul, her cousins Jacqueline and Lily, we in Design extend our love and heartfelt sympathy and support. There simply are no words to express the profound grief and sense of loss that we feel. We are all heartbroken that such a beautiful light has been ripped away from us. To our French friends here and abroad, we offer our deepest condolences. And to our French students here today, we, from your Design Department family, want to say to you that même face à cette douleur et horreur incroyable, nous vous exprimons ce que nous espérons et croyons être un amour plus profond et notre soutien durable. Even in the face of this incredible sorrow and horror, we express to you what we hope and believe to be a more profound love and lasting support. It is unimaginable to us to be standing here and expressing the deep grief and loss we feel at Nohemi Gonzalez's passing. We are all in mourning, and we will need each other through this. We and our family of Design are heartbroken, and we need and appreciate the support of our campus community. We thank you for this outpouring and all your efforts for reaching out. We thank our music colleagues for being here and offering your beautiful voices and giving us, as Leonard Bernstein once said, the most profound answer to violence, music. Please allow me to share for a few moments with you some reflections on Nohemi. Nohemi possessed a character that was truly rare. What I saw in her was a beautiful soul who practiced and applied goodness and compassion in her friendships and relationships with others. She exuded such energy and enthusiasm and infused the entire department with these same qualities by virtue of her presence. And in her design work itself, she displayed imagination, passion, and an admirable work ethic. She was focused most recently, as a matter of fact, on biomimetic design that applies lessons and observations from nature to promote sustainable practices in healthy living. In fact, as many of you know already, she and her team of designers won second prize in the 2016 International Biomimicry Global Design Challenge, an outstanding achievement in a highly competitive international pool. And they designed a product called Polysnack, which is a 100% biodegradable packaged snack pack with healthy dried fruits and nuts that came with dehydrated soil and seeds so that the user could cultivate a plant after finishing the snack. The packaging itself drew upon the bee's honeycomb model as well as the blooming moonflower in the way it folded and unfolded. And its cover read, and I quote, "Planting our community one snack at a time." On a more personal note, I can remember some mornings when I would arrive in the department and perhaps a little out of sorts. And whenever I saw Nohemi walking towards me down the hall, greeting me with her usual enthusiasm and bright smile, I would immediately feel whatever was burdening me lifted. I'm sure in saying that she had the same effect on all of us in design, and that's been witnessed many times over. The only exception to that is if she saw you in the shop and you left it dirty and disorganized. She emanated a light and a special energy that seemed to come out of every pore from her eyes, from her unforgettable smile that communicated love, acceptance, happiness, sweetness, mixed in with a little bit of zaniness. She was a charismatic leader and a real tiger in the design department shops, helping students with machinery and equipment, much of it dangerous, running some risk. And as I said, running a very tight ship, insisting on safe practice and order. We entrusted her with the highest responsibilities as a student assistant in the department. And she was beloved by all of our design students. She touched practically all of them, as a matter of fact, because all of our students must go through those classes and learn the materials and tools of the trade. She was instrumental in shepherding all of our students along that journey, and she was always generous with her time, her knowledge and understanding, sometimes working off the clock and beyond hours. I also remember another more reflective side of Nohemi, which I really would like to share with you, and I caught a glimpse of it not long ago. The industrial design students went to a field trip to Mattel in San El Segundo. I happened to tag along that day because I just wanted to tag along. I didn't have much of an opportunity as chair to just be with the students outside of some official capacity. So I really treasured that day. But it was the first time I had a chance to simply converse, to have a conversation with Nohemi in the car ride over and at Mattel and then afterwards. And all of us who went there shared an equal measure of awe and inspiration in being there. And we shared conversation, laughter, banter. But I remember at a particular point in the car ride later that the conversation with Nohemi and others turned somewhat more philosophical in nature. And if I remember correctly, that was around the time she was thinking about the study abroad program and making up her mind about that. And I have a vivid memory of looking over at her at that conversation, and a strong feeling came over me. I remember it very vividly. And it's something very difficult to put into words, and I've thought a lot about it today, about how I could describe that to you. And what I saw coming from her through her eyes and just her way of listening and her expression, and if I had to sum it up, I'd say that what came from her at that moment was openness and wonder. And what I mean by that is she absorbed thoroughly her surroundings, and there was something almost childlike, not childish or naive, but childlike in the most profound sense of that word, that was coming from her, meaning that she viewed the world with trust, openness, imagination, playfulness, and she was a keen observer, which of course good designers must be. And there was something deeply reflective in her, and I feel very privileged to have experienced that moment with her, and I carry that moment and image in me, in my heart, forever. And I know the same can be said for many of her friends and colleagues in design. I want to close with a few comments because I was a student myself in Paris for 2 years when I was younger, and it was a momentous peak experience in my life. And the writer Henry Miller, like Hemingway and others before him, went to Paris as young men to find themselves. And so many American artists, students, writers, poets, thinkers, scholars have made that journey to Paris. Hemingway referred to Paris as a movable feast. I think of no better description than that. Miller wrote that the reason a young person goes to Paris is to find their voice. And that seemed to me when I first read it long ago like an ironic statement, that one would find one's voice in a city so far away from home on the other side of the Atlantic, away from one's home country. But it was a profound recognition that a young person at the beginning of their creative journey can better hear their own inner voice away from the norms and language of home, precisely because they are tuning their receptors and filtering outside information very differently. Paris is not only a great city, but a place in our souls, which Hemingway and Miller understood profoundly. You add to this that Paris has always been and will continue to be the city of light, the place that more than any other city on the planet embraces values that nurture creativity, illumination, literacy, intellectual pursuit. In other words, the full range of the life of culture on our planet. And you know, Nohemi got this. She understood this and fully embraced it. She was so excited to be in Paris. She was on that same path that so many young people from our country had been on before, that took them to Paris in an idealistic, exuberant, and beautiful discovery. She charged into that adventure with openness, wonder, and purpose on her way to defining and refining her voice as a designer. Well, let me close by proclaiming this. May Nohemi's voice, her bright spirit, her playfulness, her ideals and hopes continue to inspire and illuminate the Department of Design, our university family, and all of those that she touched during her all too short time with us.
Jose Salazar, our Associated Student Government President, and we ask that members of ASI please stand as Jose deliver his words. And following him, we'll have friends of the Design College of Nohemi. That will be Alex Schumacher, Angela Hickman, and Tanya Flores.
Thank you for being here today, everybody. On behalf of all the students here at CSUOB, I want to offer our deepest condolences to the family, friends, and loved ones of Nohemi Gonzalez. I think I speak for all of us when I say our hearts and prayers have been with your thoughts throughout this tragic experience. As displayed by everyone here today, CSUOB is a tight-knit family. The students of CSUOB stand with the Gonzalez family, our students still studying abroad, and all those trying to mourn this terrible tragedy.
Thank you all for being here today. As I look out, I see faculty, students, staff from our design department, and so many more. We are truly grateful for the support you all are here for us, but more importantly for the Gonzalez family. As a fellow design student in the department, I can tell you Nohemi's presence will be missed. She was determined and passionate about design, and that passion not only came out in her design, but in her walk and the way she carried herself throughout the department. I'll never forget the drive she has and had when she simply walked down the halls. She was always more than willing to help a fellow student in any way she could. In my personal experience, coming in on weekends to open the shop for me so I could finish my project. I know I speak for everyone when I say, as little or as great as we knew Nohemi, she will be missed by all. However many encounters, interactions, hangouts, and memories we had with her, she was a beautiful young lady, and we will never forget that. As a design community, we grow closer in this time and hold each other up as we need. We continually keep the Gonzalez family in our hearts and prayers for strength and comfort today and the days to come. We send all of our love to them. Thank you.
My name is Alex Schumacher, senior industrial design president, and I worked with Nohemi for 4 years while I was there. You know, she was a great person. She always was the last one to leave the shop. She would yell at you if you didn't clean up your area. She kept that pretty serious. But she would always be the first person to help you as well. In studio, she would be the one to stay until 3. We would all leave, and she would come back, or we would come back at 7 or even 6:30 to start finishing our projects before the professors showed up. And we would still see her there in the same clothes, working on the project that she was working on that morning. She was one of the hardest workers in our group. You know, we only have a graduating class of 20 in the industrial design department for this senior year. So we're extremely tight, and we are very supportive towards each other. I want to offer my greatest condolences to Tim and Nohemi's family. She was a massive, an awesome person to us all, and she helped us all throughout all of our projects. And that's all I really have to say.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tanya Flores. Thank you for being here with us, being part of a community Lessens Our Grief. I would like to share a couple of words from the students who are still in Paris. They have sent me just statements that they want to say. So this is from Anna. I know this moment is hard for everyone. No one is ever ready for this kind of news. I don't know why this happened. All I know at this moment is that Nohemi was a very, very strong person ever since she was a child. Beatrice, I'm sure you're really proud to be her mom. You raised such a beautiful person that surely brightened our lives. We all have to feel pain, and we all have to live this moment the way we need to. But always, always remember, Nohemi wants us to be happy, successful, and strong, just the way she was. We now have an angel watching out for us. Don't let the pain allow you to forget about her. All the positive things she taught us, always remember her and know her the way she was with us. Beatrice, Tim, family and friends, my heart is with you right now. Let's celebrate her life. And this is from Naran. I just wanted to say something about the positive energy that she always had. She was like a rabbit. How inspirational her attitude was for each and every single one of us, but she was always jumping around like a rabbit. You were always helpful, even though you had a million things to do and finish your work up. You always said it how it was. She always did, you know. Let's talk about your angriness. The only time I ever saw you angry or sad was when you were hungry or when you needed ketchup. To Beatrice, Tim, and the rest of her family, my thoughts and prayers are with you. And then this is on behalf of Andrew, Naran, and Anna. The three of us hope you find the strength and peace that you need to get through this tragic event. Nohemi, rest in peace, little one. You will always be remembered and present in our lives. Don't forget to design some badass stuff while you're in heaven. just like you always did. Thank you.
Now we will hear from members of the Gonzalez family, Jose, Rosie, and Elizabeth. And Tim, if you want to join, it's up to you. You guys want to come forward, please?
Oops. Good evening. I want to thank everyone for being here with us to celebrate Mimi's life. She was a high-spirited young lady, as you all know, because I know that you guys are saying that. I think she was high-spirited like her little dog Tommy that she loved so much, a little Chihuahua. I mean, that dog was always taking off. As I was sitting with her mom, Beatrice, yesterday, Beatrice said that she was so happy that Mimi lived the life that she wanted, that she did everything she wanted to do. She accomplished almost everything in life, except we lost her on Friday the 13th. That was the saddest part of our whole life. And I'm pretty sure that everybody here has a story with Mimi, a memory with Mimi, and I would love everybody to close your eyes for 60 seconds and remember that memory that you have with Mimi. Because I know there's a young lady that's been crying right here, number 49, and she hasn't stopped since we got here. And I know she probably loved Mimi as much as we did. And I just want to thank everybody for being here. And there's not much you could say because you all know Mimi. So the faculty was very good to us. All the students, I can't believe so many kids. My God, this is wonderful. And I know Beatrice, she's so happy that you guys are all here with her. Okay, thank you so much.
My name is Tim. I'm her boyfriend of almost 4 years of Mimi, which is funny because I actually called her Mimi one time, and she said she scolded me because I was only for her family. So my name was Babbises to her. She was my Pocahontas, you know. She had a, I don't know if you guys didn't know her, she had a Pocahontas tattoo on her left arm because she's left-handed, so am I. So she always said I was her John Smith. And she liked pugs too, so I always joked that she's in heaven with 100 pugs around her, and she's dressing them all up. We met in a shop class. We're both TAs, shop TAs, and like everyone said, she ran that place, man. She owned it. And anyone in design can tell you that was her place, that was her department. She was first one in, last one out, there all night. Strange. She would have loved this and hated this at the same time because she wasn't one to like all the attention. So I joked that she would hate this, seeing herself on the news and stuff. See this, babe? See all these people here for you? They're all here for you. My condolences to her family and everyone else in Paris, and to all the other students. Thank you again for being here. She'll always be with us. She's just my little firecracker, you know, and she'll always be here. She'll always be in my heart, and I think she's going to be in everyone else's heart too. She'll still be roaming those halls like she always does, and so just think that, she's always here. Yeah, I think that's it right now. So Mimi, I love you, babe.
Hello, my name is Jose Hernandez, and for a lot of you guys don't know me, of course, a lot of you don't know me because I'm Mimi's stepdad. On behalf of Beatrice, my wife, we thank you, all of you guys, for being here. Really, we didn't expect this to happen. As we can see that you really, really are wonderful. Students, kids, teachers, president, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited, I'm so happy. Beatrice, my wife, she couldn't come up here because she's so excited. She probably worse than me. I'm trying to say something about Mimi, but I see that you guys already knew her because I see that all the things that did to you guys, she did it to me. Because every time she used to go to the house, she always shoot me out. Okay? She always say, ay, Joe, tú no sabes, you don't know. And she always pick it on me. She always tell Betty that I was a grown-up kid, adult, because I was acting funny, making jokes on her, and she always scolding me, telling me not to say this, not to say that. And I guess she did it to you guys too. But all I can say is we're here because Mimi, I'm sorry, I'm not used to calling her Nohemi, I call her Mimi. She was a wonderful kid. If there's anything bad to say about her, I got nothing. I can say so many good things about her. Her mom, they were like best friends. They were always together. I always give them their space. And we are here because Mimi is in our hearts. Mimi is not dead. Mimi is right here. Mimi is on Beatrice's heart today, tomorrow, and forever. And I want to thank you, all of you, for this special occasion that you guys, Vigil, you did for Mimi. Thank you. Thank you so much.
My name is Ellie, and this is all still a really big shock. And it really hurts me that this happened. But I want to be happy for her because she was a really, really huge role model for me in my life. Growing up with her, and también me regañaba. I don't know. Being younger, and she would always teach me to look forward, and how we used to talk about growing up and having families. It's hard, but I'm gonna miss her, and I love her so much. And I know that she had a huge impact on people, no matter if you liked her or not. And I just want to say that she was a really good role model to me, and to my tia. I love you so much. And thank you for everything that you did. Sorry.
Our condolences to the Gonzalez family, and we were glad to do this for you today. This concludes the speaking part of our program, but we will go outside for our candlelight vigil, and I'm looking for Savannah, who will give us direction. Kia Allen will tell us how we need to exit. We ask that you let the family go first, and then our invited guests, please. The choir will lead us in song when we get outside because we don't have capacity. And then Pastor Wayne Chaney will just say a few words to get us started with our vigil, and then we will partake in the candlelight vigil.